Well, we're all in the middle of a crash course in financial matters in more ways than one, and the lessons have been pretty painful. But Lorette McNabb visited some schools where the fundamentals are being taught early so that when it's time to finally leave the classroom for the real world, these students might be a little better prepared than we are.
Sounds like the bailout package in the U.S. is going through.
They talk every morning about current events, although in this grade 12 Ontario class, the economy is always current.
Financial Post, if you guys could open that up, please.
This is where students learn how to read stocks and bonds.
Credit Suisse Group AG.
How to buy and sell them, too.
It's also cheap because it's probably not as good, right? Because it's like, prosciutto and bologna.
All in a language they can understand. After all, they still live with their parents.
If I put part of my money away, then like when I get older and I don't have any money, I'll have like some put away.
Put up your hand if this made sense to you before you walked in here in September. So none of you knew about stocks or mutual funds? They're not alone. Millions of young Canadians graduate into the real world every year completely financially illiterate.
Have you had to roll change to pay for something recently? Have you had to roll change? Okay, good. Good, that's bad.
James Cunningham is a comedian by trade, but spends his days traveling to hundreds of schools to teach students there's nothing funny about money.
We teach basic English skills and writing essays, but you know what? Financial management, one of the most important skills of our life, it's just not mandatory.
Most schools offer business courses, but in most provinces, they're not needed to graduate. Even this advanced class is an elective, and it only started because the teacher saw a gap in the curriculum.
Majority of the class would know more about the general capital markets than the average person on the street.
Which is kind of scary.
Yeah, that is scary. I never really thought of it that way.
Especially when you consider through credit cards and loans, there is more money available than ever before. In North America last year, 16 to 22-year-olds spent $100 billion, but only made 5.6.
It's exactly what we saw happen in the U.S. with the subprime crisis. People are spending more. They're extending their lines of credit.
And most have never been taught how to manage it. So for now, Cunningham says the lesson is this: stick to a budget, avoid holding more than 2 major credit cards, and as soon as you can,
I want you to start thinking about weaning yourself slowly off your mom and dad today. You're like, what? That's crazy, bald man. No.
Otherwise, the joke's on you. Lorette McNabb, Global News, Toronto.
Like that guy's advice.